as a continent has now defined
In the news, President Buhari pushes for National Assembly's approval for new external loans and grants. Into Somali, family of missing intelligence officer Ikran Tahlil turns down President Abdullahi's commissions of inquiry. Erna Solberg, Norway's Prime Minister, accepts parliamentary election defeat as 8-year conservative rule ends. In sports, Nigeria striker Kelechi Iheanacho says he has no complaints about starting this season as a substitute for Leicester City. Details coming up shortly. This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Merciful Ajinomo, and you're watching TOS News 360. In a letter addressed to both chambers of the National Assembly and read on the floor at the resumption of plenary by the presiding officers on Tuesday, Nigeria's President Mohamed Buhari requested the National Assembly to approve for it $4 trillion and 710 million euros for its external loans. The president is also seeking the nation's legislature's approval for grant component of $125 million in the 2018 to 2020 external rolling borrowing plans. Deputy Superintendent of Police Ade Josephine has been appointed as new Police Public Relations Officer of the Federal Capital Territory Command. Ade was the 2 IC in charge of strategic communications at the Force Public Relations Department. She was a one-time Deputy Police Advisor as a police attaché in New York, United States of America. DSP Josephine is an associate member of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations and member of the International Association of Chiefs of Police. DSP Josephine has since assumed duty at the FCT Police Command. And now the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has dismissed speculations that he intends to contest the 2023 Lagos governorship election. The Speaker said the thought of contesting the #1 position in Lagos State has never crossed his mind. He added that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was doing a great job in the current situation. A family of a missing Somali intelligence officer, Ikran Tahlil, has rejected the commission of inquiry formed by President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo Mohammed to probe her disappearance in June. According to the family, they are only confident in the military court where they had filed a case. President Farmajo had posted on Twitter that a 5-member panel's findings would be handed over to the responsible legal institutions for execution of justice. Sudan says more than 80 people have been killed by flooding in the country since the beginning of the rainy season in July. The spokesman for Sudan's National Council for Civil Defense on Monday said 84 people had died and 67 injured. The torrential rains have affected at least 14 of the 18 provinces, with over 30,000 houses destroyed or damaged. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television, and you're watching TOS News 360. Africa, global business and sports stories. When we return, stay with us. Thank you for staying. The military government in Guinea, in a statement, announced the gradual reopening of borders with neighboring countries. Some of the borders have been closed since last week's coup and others for months beforehand. The Senegal, Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau borders were ordered closed by President Alpha Condé in September 2020 for security reasons before the 18th October presidential election. Condé also denounced attempts to destabilize Guinea by using the territory of neighboring countries. A report by the BBC has found that at least 20 civilians have been killed in Afghanistan's Panjshir Valley, which has seen fighting between the Taliban and opposition forces. One of the victims was a shopkeeper and father of 2 called Abdul Sami. Local sources said the man would not flee when the Taliban advanced, telling them, "I'm just a poor shop owner and have nothing to do with the war." But he was arrested, accused of selling SIM cards to resistance fighters. Days later, his body was dumped near his home. Witnesses who saw his body said it showed signs of torture. The resistance forces have vowed to fight on, with Ahmad Massoud calling for national uprising against the Taliban. And now to Norway, where the Prime Minister Erna Solberg has conceded defeat after Monday's election, paving the way for a centre-left coalition opposition Labour, which won the country's general election, bringing an end to 8 years of conservative government. The campaign in the run-up to the vote was dominated by climate change and Norway's oil industry. Norway's biggest export is oil, and the Green Party campaigned to close production down in a few years to curb the country's carbon emissions. Data from the National Bureau of Statistics have shown that Nigeria generated a total sum of 6.5 trillion naira from non-oil exports, 5.8 trillion naira lower than its 12.3 trillion naira target set by the federal government under its zero oil plan within a 3-year period covering December 2017 to December 2020. In the fourth quarter of 2016, the Nigerian Promotion Council conceived the zero oil plan, a core component of the federal government's economic recovery and growth plan, to increase the contribution of non-oil exports to Nigeria's gross domestic product by 20%. And talking sports, Nigeria international Kelechi Iheanacho insists he has no complaint about starting this season as a substitute for English Premier League club Leicester City. His role on the bench comes despite scoring 19 goals last season to end Jamie Vardy's 5-year streak as the club's top scorer and help them finish as surprise FA Cup winners. Last month, he picked up from where he left off as he dispatched a late penalty as the Foxes stunned champions Manchester City to claim the Community Shield in the season curtain raiser. And that is TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African news network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Stay with us and enjoy my programs on the network. I am Merciful Ajinamo. Many thanks for watching.
But we as a